If my doctor told me that I was pre-diabetic, this is exactly what I would do without having to go on a diet or follow any crazy plans. To be completely honest with you, I'd probably panic for a moment. It's quite big news, but then I'd take a deep breath and start to figuring out exactly how I could fix this. So this would be my first step. So it'd be to do some research and get clear on how I can reverse prediabetes. Having done that, I'd realize that the three things that I can do to reverse prediabetes is to lose weight, improve how I'm eating, and do some more exercise. Research has shown that it's actually losing 5 to 7% of your body weight will go a long way to helping you reverse prediabetes, and the exercise and improving your nutrition will assist with that. Step 2 would be to set a weight loss goal. So say 7% of my weight was 10 kilos. If I needed to lose that, first thing I'd do is break it into chunks. So my first target would be to lose 5 kilos. This seems a lot easier than a big target like 10 kilos seems like quite a daunting thing. It could be more than 10, it could be 15, 20, 30 kilos. So if it's a big number, you want to break it down into smaller number and work towards those small goals initially. So once we knew how much weight we're going to lose, step 3 is to create a timeline. So losing half a kilo a week is a really sensible way to lose weight. It means that you don't have to do anything extreme diet-wise. In this particular case, if I needed to lose 5 kilos, half kilo a week means it'd be 10 weeks. And then I'd actually write it down. So I'd put a date on it. So I might fast forward in time saying by the 1st of March, 2025, I will weigh, and then write the weight that I wanted to get to in that period of time. At this point, for step 4, it's important to know what you won't do. So this is not about diets. It's not about cutting everything that I love out. It's focusing on small changes that I can stick to and that will last a long time. I'm here to change habits and behaviors, not do something for a short period of time. Step 5 is to start really simple. In the first week, I'm just going to track everything that I eat and drink for 3 days. Simply going to write it down on a piece of paper and call it a food diary. And this is just to build an awareness of what I'm already eating. And this can already start to trigger some changes to the food that I'm going to begin eating. Step 2 is to pick a couple of improvements. So at the end of the 3 days, I'm going to review the food diary. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to see what stands out there. And then I'll circle each thing that I think I could change. I could make an improvement here. Importantly here, I'm only going to pick 2 things to work on for this week. So this is the very beginning. So I'm going to pick 2 things that I know 100% I can do. And moving forward over the next week, I'm going to keep the food diary as I had before. Step 7 is to add some movement. And this doesn't mean that I've got to join the gym or go for a run or spend hours exercising. I'm just going to aim to do more than I did the week before. This could be a walk, could be going to the gym. Basically, it needs to be something that I would enjoy. Because if I enjoy it, then I'm going to be consistent with it. And again, this is about a consistent change, not a short-term fix. Step 8, I'm going to keep it going. By the end of week 1, I've got a goal that's set. I've decided on a couple of food changes that I'm going to make, and I've started to add some movement into my week. So those 3 things, it's a really solid start, and I'm just going to keep that going and build upon that. Coming into the beginning of week 2, this is step 9. So we're going to review and refocus. So we're going to look back at the week. We're going to have a look at the changes that we decided to make. So what was the exercise I planned, and what were the food changes I was going to do? Did we stick to the changes? If not, why not? It's important not to beat yourself up at this point. It's normal to make some errors at the beginning. But if you can figure out why it didn't happen for you, then you can tweak the plan and keep going moving forwards. Step 10 is to build on food and fitness. So focusing on food to begin with, in week 2, I'm going to have a look at breakfast and snacks and see what changes I can identify there and make a couple of changes to those. It's important just to pick a meal group at a time because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves with having to change all of our food all at once. Again, at the end of week 2, you're going to review, see what went well, see what didn't go well, and see how you can improve it. Moving into week 3, we're going to do the same with lunches. And then on to week 4, we're going to tweak our dinners and have a look through those. And the goal from an exercise perspective is to just try and move a bit more each week or add a bit more intensity to what you're already doing. If you're starting with quite a high base of fitness, this will look different to if you're starting with a really low base of fitness. But the goal for me is to move more each week than I did the week before. Step 11 is to track more than just the weight. Yeah, it's important for us to lose weight, that 5 to 7% of body fat. But what else is changing? Are we sleeping better? Have you got more energy? Are your clothes fitting differently? So it's important to track these things because if our weight does stall, it doesn't go down, we can reflect on this and not panic. Have we seen improvements in other areas of life? Are we sleeping better? Do the clothes feel better, etc.? And then we can adjust. If we're not seeing any improvements, then you just need to know you need to go back and have a look at what you've been doing and make some changes. So step 12 would be to use a tracking app. And this is in particular if we're not getting the results. So week 4 onwards, I'd introduce using an app like MyFitnessPal. So this is to track calories, mainly so I can see where my calories are coming from and see what I can tweak and what I can learn about it. Using a tool like MyFitnessPal is not a forever thing. It's best used as an educational thing so you can see where you may be going wrong and where you can make improvements. And yet, using an app like this is a bit of a pain and it can be hard work, but it's not as much as a pain as having diabetes. Step 13 is all about staying consistent. I've got some good habits in place. The weight is starting to come away. So just about keep checking in and adjusting when needed. I do this at the end of every week, jump on the scales, have a reflection of how the week's gone. And just remember that we're looking for progress, not perfection. We're going to have good weeks, we're going to have not so good weeks. And this is all about how we're creating a long-term success. And I would keep this going until I'd reached my initial goal of losing the 5 kilos. At the end, I'd sit down, I'd reflect on that and set the next goal and keep moving forwards. Now, if you're ready to make change, this is the 13-step plan that is the foundation of my 12-week coaching program. So if you've been told that you're pre-diabetic recently and you want some help applying this into your life, I'd love to have a chat. You can get in touch with me at james@imaginefitness.co.nz or through the pre-diabetes Instagram or Facebook page. If you just search for pre-diabetes reversal program, you'll find me in there. And I'd love to help you build a plan that works for you. Take care and keep moving.